Yo, what is going on, you Bilgewater Bastardons? Today we're going to be playing some games with Ross Cawthon's NagQaug Whale Lord deck. Super cool, interesting deck. Ross Cawthon piloted to a top 16 finish at Denver Regionals. Yeah, and I'm kind of a fan of the deck. It's been very enjoyable to play. I've had a lot of fun playing with it. The idea behind the deck, or from what I can gather, is you attack with your little stuff, your Volcanions, your Onyx, your Quagsire, depending on the matchup, and then you kind of eventually end up attacking with Whale Lord towards the end of the game, and sweeping them up usually with the Towering Splash GX. So yeah, this is the list that Ross used, like I said, to get top 16 at Denver Regionals. No Guzma, one counter catcher. And I've actually, from the games that I've played with it, that's kind of been like fine. I haven't found that to be a problem yet. And then it's heavy on the Wishful Baton to keep the energy in play and build up towards that Towering Splash GX. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to some games and see how it runs. First, here in this first game, I think we're playing against Pablo Tablemon, the man himself. Not 100% sure. We got the turn 2. The Naganadels are always the most important thing to get out here, in my opinion. Getting out those more aggressively is best. So I kind of want to like hold the hand and just Lily, try and find a couple basics maybe. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Go ahead and get ourselves that Volcanion Prism Star, our best early game attacker for the most part. I feel like in general it's just kind of the best. I could Viridian Forest, get rid of the energy. I could also just push it away with Volk. Could do both. Then we give them the Viridian Forest. Probably isn't that big of a deal. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Grab this Aqua Patch to the guy. Then I'm debating using the Jet Geyser to push the Buzzwole, but maybe I'll do that next turn if I want to do it. Thinking. Jet Geyser is kind of cool and not that great, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, we could do it next turn if we really want to. There's a possible the Buzzwole KOs the Poipole though if he gets the Beast Energy plus what's it called? We really do not want to lose this Poipole, so I think I will push him here. We could actually retreat the Poipole to the Volcanion. Yeah, actually that seems good to me as well. Alright. We're pretty much set up to attack next turn. We would need a Water Energy. If the Viridian Forest sticks, we're just all good to attack. And may as well protect the Poipole. He could have Switch Beast Energy, Diancie, and I wouldn't really care too much if he hit a Volcanion. Well, if he hit Volcanion for 80, that would also kind of stink. Maybe I'd rather have him hit the Poipole for 80. And they both kind of stink. We're just hoping that he does not have the hit on the Volcanion. There's a DCE to the Rockruff, so we're not getting knocked out. Our Volcanion is chilling for a turn for sure. Thank goodness. So really, exactly what I'm looking for. Just let the Volcanion live. He doesn't need to die. It's like unnecessary for him to be gotten rid of here. Chilling. All right. Not a great turn 1 from our opponent. Aqua Patch means we'll for sure be able to attack this turn. There we go. Aqua Patch of the Quagsire. Cynthia for 6. 4, 5, 6. I think knocking out this is just fine. Charging up. Kind of debating what I want to do with the rest of the cards. I think we're definitely going to attach to the active. I could also Viridian Forest, Away a Water, get a Water. This should also go to the active as well. Yeah, I think we'll Viridian Forest, Away a Water, get a Water. Just hold it in the hand for next turn. I think we need to get him with that Washout. Probably move this one up. And then I think we're good to go. Sauna Blast, knock out this Rockruff, set up the rest of the squad on the bench with the 20s. So yeah, not a super, like, ridiculously strong turn. We got rid of a Rockruff, which is kind of cool. I expect Lycanroc will come down here. And if he does have the Diancie, he can knock out our Quagsire, which stinks. I don't want to see Quagsire go like this, but I think it's going to have to happen. Ooh, he's got the Kukui. Alright, so that works as well. Doesn't even need the Diancie this time around. There's an Ultra Ball to follow it up as well. Getting rid of 2 draw supporters. I'm actually curious as to what he's actually going to grab here. Another Rockruff. So very heavy Lycanroc deck we got. We're going up against here. Yeah, very heavy on the Lycanroc. Super heavy on the Lycanroc. It's basically just all Lycanroc so far. So it is possible this gets knocked out or that gets knocked out. We just don't want to let him GX knock out the Volcanion. That's the only thing we're really trying to avoid here. Anything else kind of doesn't matter. So we're just going to go ahead and get the Wooper. Just the Whoop guy. So we want to keep our bench just to 2 for now. So I could go like Viridian Force, get rid of energy. Once again, get an energy. And we can put 2 energy on each of these bench Pokemon here, which is like reasonably safe, I think. We're not going to bench Onix, like I said. We don't want to put a 3rd bench Pokemon down because then we run the risk of him going Diancie GX attack. We just want to make this thing live for as long as possible. And go ahead and Lily for 4. I'm not going to bench the Wooper. Just Sauna Blast once again. Stacking up that damage on the bench Pokemon. Setting up the 2-shot on the Lycanroc. So we could get another Lycanroc Claw Slash the Wooper. That'd be fine. We have no water in here. We'd be able to charge up one back. Once again, as long as he can't KO our Buzzwole, we're kind of just chilling. Yep, there is the aggression after my Wooper once again. This man just does not want to leave him alone. I mean, he's just a Wooper guy. Oh, the switch as well, so that's pretty good. He's going to be able to use the Viridian Forest or attach from hand to the Rockruff. Get the second Lycanroc set up, ready to go. Yep, there's the attachment to the Rockruff. And yeah, he's just going to keep chasing Woopers. But I think we're fine with this. We're getting the knockout on this here. Dodging Sledgehammer turn. I think we're in a pretty good spot overall. Like I'm not too worried about this one. I think we got this one like set up pretty well to just win eventually, despite the constant chase of our Whoop guys. I think we will get this one. We will be able to pull this one out eventually. Charging up. I am going to Viridian Force. I think I'll keep the Onix for right now as an alternate attacker, potentially. I think I'll get rid of the Sightseer here. Hold on to the Judge. We're going to get another Water Energy. We're just going to put it on the Wooper. Just keep our as much energy in play as possible. Because once again, there's only 1 in the discard pile, so it's like not like we're going to lose a lot of energy should that go down. We have a Counter Catcher. I don't think it does anything for us right now. So it's going to be, once again, Sauna Blast. Get that knock on the Lycanroc. Set up the bench. Yeah. And yeah, this is just kind of showing the power of the Volcanion Prism Star. It's actually one of the best Pokemon, in my opinion, kind of in the game. It's just so good, man. It's just so good. It does a lot of things very well, and yeah, the Volcanion Prism Star is a super good card. Definitely good that it is a Prism Star. If it was a non-Prism Star, I think we'd have some trouble with it being too good, but it is the Prism Star, so yeah. Very good card, the Volcanion Prism Star. As we can see from this game, it's kind of running the whole game. Alright, there's a Buzzwole. Yeah, there's a Beast Ring. Alright, we'll see what he goes with this. Is he going to load up the Buzz GX? Nope, loading up the active. So he's like looking to 2-shot this maybe. He could also go with a Lycanroc here and knock out the Wooper. Once again, we have another backup Wooper. There's a Let Loose to start off their initial drawing of cards here. Still haven't played a supporter yet, I don't believe. If they do hit our Volcanion, we're just going to go ahead and start filling up our bench, though, because at that point, we don't really care if our opponent has, what's it called, is able to one-shot our Volcanion Prism. Yep, there's just the swing around. And yeah, at this point, they got this thing set up for a 2-shot, so we can just kind of go ahead and bench everything this turn if we want. We're definitely going to use that Brooklet Hill to get a Whoop guy. Get the Whoop guy. This guy comes here. Bench a Rangaroo. Go ahead and throw this here. And Shrug for 1. Might be able to play the card. Acrobite. Play the Acrobike. Get the Ditto. There's a lot of energy on our Naganadel now. Maybe I should have like waited for a Wishful Baton on that actually. Might have made a mistake there. But we can also just like draw all of our prizes with Volcanion as well. Okay. Viridian Forest. Activate Forest. Get rid of this. Gonna go grab ourselves 0 energy because we are out of energy apparently. Aqua Patch. To the Wooper. Keep the energy split up. Wishful Baton on this guy. And then charging up. And I think that's about it. Just gonna hit him with another Sauna Blast. Yep. Sauna Blast, knocking out the Buzzwole, setting up more damage on those bench pokes. And yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Second Naganadel, pretty good pull there. We still have 2 Stretchers left, I believe. So if he does go after the Naganadel on this turn, we could like get another Naganadel back down over here on this Ditto through the Stretchers. But we got the Naganadel, the prize, so that makes it that much easier. Yeah, let's see what kind of play our opponent has in store for us. They need quite a bit here to be able to come back on this one, I think. We're down all of our Aqua Patches. So actually, our energy in play is going to be a little bit limited if they do KO the Naganadel. But then they have to go to the way and KO the Naganadel. They'll go down to 3 prizes. We'll just attack with Sauna Blast once again. We might even be able to... No, that's right. I was going to say, we might even be able to Guzma, but this deck does not play Guzma. Guzma knock out the Lele. Can't happen. Deck does not play Guzma. All right. Brooklet Hill countering my Viridian Force again. Kind of rude, but I'll allow it. Yeah. I don't see a way out of this one for our opponent. I think we have this one pretty much wrapped up eventually. Need a couple more turns, and I think we'll have pretty much snowballed this one out of range for our opponent to actually come back. Unless they like drop some spice on us, but eventually, actually, we could just eventually use the counter catcher and knock out one of these GX Pokemon or chase down a GX Pokemon. Could also maybe just attack with the Quagsire next turn. We'd be doing 160, 180 with another Naganadel energy. So actually, yeah, if they go chase our Naganadel, we can just attack with Quagsire and knock out this Lycanroc. And if they don't knock out our Naganadel, or if they do knock out our active instead, we can just kind of do the same thing. Yeah, so I think we have this one just locked up, actually. No matter what, we can attack with Quagsire next turn to do a bunch of damage at one shot, pretty much anything we want. So I don't think there's a way out of this one for our opponent. We'll see if they got something in store that I can't even think of, but I think we have this one pretty much locked up. Go to the Buzzwole. So we'll be currently doing 120, 180 with the Naganadel. 100, it's 20 times, right? 20 times, so it's 160, 180 with the extra energy from this Naganadel. Yeah, so we'll be able to knock out the Buzzwole. This is, yeah, their best play. Attack with this, KO the Naganadel. Gives them the best chance to possibly win, but it's not going to be quite good enough for our opponent here, as we do have our own, our second Naganadel here on this Ditto, and that should be just enough energy to get the knockout on this Buzzwole. Wash out. I gotta go through all the washouts. My least favorite part about this deck is that you have to wash out. Like the amount of clicks you have to do the washout is like insane. So yeah, definitely my least favorite part about this deck, playing it on PTCGO anyways, is the washout. All right, but there we go. Fully washed out, and Hydro Pump for our last two prizes. And then we're going to close out this one pretty handily against the Buzz deck. I think it is probably definitely a very good matchup overall, and this game kind of showed that pretty well. Despite, like, it was a pretty good solid start from our opponent, the turn 2 Lycanroc, and then kind of just being able to constantly chase down our Wooper. At the end of the game, didn't matter. If you're not dealing with Volcanion Prism Star, he's going to deal with you. Another one here. I think we open the Onyx. I think it's probably best to open. And I kind of don't want to bench anything, but I should probably bench something. I'm going to go ahead and throw both of these guys down. And we'll see what we're playing against. Yeah, I guess Onyx is probably our best starter. Can slow down our opponent a bit. All right, we're playing up against a Malamar deck. I actually think this matchup is pretty good for us. We just need to eventually build up into the GX attack of the Whale Lord, and then we kind of sweep them with that. So that's the game plan. Attack with whatever we want early on. Maybe draw a couple prizes, and then at the end of the game, you know, close out like 2 or 3 Malamar and maybe a Jirachi or Let Loose Marshadow. They're also going to be putting damage in play with their own Giratina with the Distortion Door. So yeah, I think this one should be pretty reasonable to win. I think this matchup's like pretty good for us, as long as we can set up. And currently we have a Draw Supporter, an Ultra Ball, and an Acrobike, and now a Lily, and now this Quagsire. So looking pretty good so far. Go ahead, throw down that patch. Whoop, and then Lily. Yeah, should be chilling. All right, Nest Ball. Gonna grab ourselves a Volcanion Prism Star, I think, and then Ultra Ball away, Ultra Ball plus Lily to get a Poiple. I think so. Actually, I guess we should go for the Ditto. Yeah. Did I miss a draw on the Instruct? I maybe did. Whatever. Pass. Over to our opponent. I guess the most detrimental thing they could have would be Metal Energy Guzma. That would be a little bit annoying, but we can still work around through that. So it's not like that big of a deal. Would just be kind of annoying. Just don't have it, please. Don't have the Metal Energy Guzma KO my Whoop. Whoa, Gothita. I have no idea what's coming then. What does that evolve into? I mean, Gothitelle. I don't remember the stage 1's name. I know the stage 2's name is Gothitelle. Is there a good Gothitelle right now? What are we looking at here? What is this? What is this? What does it do? Is it just for the Blown Kiss? Put one damage on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Is that it? There's something else. There's something less. There's something more. I'm curious. What is this thing for? Well, I guess we'll find out soon. Did not see what our opponent grabbed just yet, but I'm sure it'll make its way to the bench. Probably an NK, if I had to guess. Oh, gonna be a Malamar. They have 2 Psychic in there. Makes sense. So this is a matchup where the Ultra Necrozma can pretty easily one-shot our Volcanion Prism Star, which is a little bit annoying, but not like too unreasonable for us to handle. So it's like not that big of a deal. Yep, set up, ready to go. Quag, Nag, and Cynthia. Probably pretty unlikely that we attack this turn. I guess it's possible we could attack with Onyx, but yeah, not super likely. And yeah, according to the hand, not gonna happen. Yeah, Whoop Guy should make his way to the bench. Ultra Ball away to water. Grab nothing. And then I think just attach. And then we'll hit them with the Instruct for 2. And then charging up. Yep, charging up. Get that. And next turn we could attack with Onyx if our opponent still does absolutely nothing. Hopefully we would find a... Is there another water in here? There is. I guess we're just passing. Hopefully we would be able to find a Wishful Baton to protect the energy on the Onyx. It's also very possible our opponent does that. They didn't attach an energy return. So if they had a metal energy in hand, I think they would have attached it here. Makes most sense too. So I'm assuming they don't have metal in hand. So that means they'd have to like top deck metal plus have Guzma KO or Volcanion. That would be like the worst possible thing that could happen. But it's probably not going to happen because they didn't attach the metal last turn. So I think this turn we're still just fine chilling. I don't really want to attack with the Onyx unless I have, what's it called though? Unless I have access to a Wishful Baton. So I'm kind of like... don't want to, even though we can 100% attack with Onyx next turn, I don't want to because, unless we have a Wishful Baton, because then we would just potentially lose all that energy. Here's a Lele from our opponent. Well, there's a Guzma, so this kind of feels like they probably have a metal energy in hand, and we're gonna have to say goodbye to our Volcanion Prism. At least that's what I would knock out if I was my opponent, is I would knock out the Volcanion Prism. They might have some other plans in mind. I guess we'll just have to wait and see here. We know they have the Guzma. I guess they could not be playing the Guzma and just want the Lele in play, but that would be a little bit weird. Yeah, we'll have to see here. Give them their time. Ooh, there's a Gengar Mimikyu. Alright. Well, currently only does 50 damage, but they might be looking to Guzma something up, then GX attack. It looks like that's what it's going to be, because just using Poltergeist is not very good when our hand is one. I guess they don't know it's one trainer, but when I have a 3-card hand, I mean, they're letting me draw cards too, so even though they're going to KO my... Yeah, this is like completely fine for us. Yeah, I don't really like this play from our opponent at all, actually. I might actually push this thing back to the bench. Well, I can charge up for sure. And then I might Jet Geyser and just be like, well, now you have to retreat if you want to attack with this thing. Yeah, that seems pretty cool to me. Let's go ahead and Jet Geyser this thing. Get him out of here. Get him the heck out of here. Goodbye, Gengar Mimikyu. Yeah, push him away. Force our opponent to send up something else. I don't know. I still don't know why they sent up the Gengar Mimikyu to begin with. We could actually KO this with the Oranguru if we wanted to. We could send up 3 energy here and get a prize card. We'd have plenty of energy for next turn. Yeah, let's do it. That seems kind of cool. Yeah, that seems kind of cool. Let's do it. That sounds like a fun strategy there. Get that Psychic, get that prize card before it gets to evolve potentially into something harder to deal with. Once again, no idea what the Gothitelle or Gothorita, I think is the stage 1 now that I'm remembering it. Yeah. Gothitelle or Gothorita potentially do, so let's just deal with it now, get rid of it, and we don't have to worry about it. Sounds like a good game plan to me. Treasure, sure. We're definitely gonna look to set up another Naganadel next turn through this Nest Ball. Force for the energy Wishful Baton to the Volcanion Prism, and then attack with Volcanion Prism. Get the Wishful Baton on there too, which is actually super important. And then just kind of 2-shot this thing, I guess, between a Volcanion and a Quagsire probably. Then probably have to look to 2-shot the Ultra Necrozma as well. Could look to hit it with the Quagsire. We're not doing enough damage to like set it up so that Wailord would be able to clean it up later. So I think we just have to kind of hit it with Volk Prism Star. Could also look to like push their active out of the way with Volk Prism Star. We'll just have to see what we draw. We've got a lot of options. It almost feels like maybe attacking with this was a little greedy. It kind of limited my options going into this next turn, but I guess I got to draw a prize card, which eventually maybe would have been a prize card I wouldn't be able to draw. Because I'm always really kind of looking at Wailord to like clean up stuff anyways. Yeah, there's the pretty big or pretty clean knockout there on the Oranguru with the Poltergeist. We still have Aqua Patches left too, so we have plenty of ways to get energy, I guess. Alright. Go Volk. Let's see what we top deck. Oh, Sight's here. So we got to draw a supporter. That's good. So we're going to get a Poipo, like I said, here. Which will on to the active. Viridian Forest. I think we'll go ahead and force away the Whoop guy. Get ourselves an energy. Play the Acrobike. Get ourselves an Aqua Patch. That's great. Patch active. Aqua Patch. Boom. To the Quag. And then I'll Sights here just the Viridian Force. Want to keep that counter catcher for sure. And the Whale Lord, of course. Could have gotten rid of the Whale Lord, I guess. It would have been terrible to get rid of the Whale Lord. Our hand has become officially dead. But this deck is okay about working around dead hands. As long as we have our Quagsire and Ganondorf engine set up, we can at least be attacking pretty reasonably for the rest of the game still. Wash out, wash out. Don't want to protect this energy other than a Ganondorf. I kind of do, but I'd rather protect another attacker on my next turn. So yeah, just going to be the Sauna Blast 100, and then 20s to the boys on the bench. Yeah, we'll see what they can come up with on their turn. We only have 2 trainer cards in our hand now, so Poltergeist is not quite getting the knockout on our Volcanium Prism, but they do have the knockout here set up with the Necrozma. So, sorry, that's a little loud. So they can knock us out here for sure next turn if they want. Just retreat, knock out the Volcanium Prism Star, and yeah, get their prize that way. And then we'd look to do probably Counter Catcher, knock this out, and then at the end of the game, Whale Lord, knock both of these out. So we'd have 4 energy in play, which means we're doing 140 with the Quagsire, which knocks out the Gengar Mimikyu. And then at the end of the game, we would look to get enough energy in play so we can Towering Splash GX and clean up both of these Malamars. They'll probably be Malamars towards the end of the game here. So that's my game plan currently, but there's an Acerola, and that completely destroys my game plan. I no longer have a game plan, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Yep, that was a pretty big Acerola there. So I no longer know what the heck's going on, and I don't know. We'll figure it out from here, I guess. There's a 3rd Malamar in play. That completely changes everything. Oh no, did I say NK or Malamar? I said it's a Malamar, not an NK. I thought it was an NK at first, so I was like, okay, 3rd Malamar, but no, it is a Malamar, which means it's just a 2nd Malamar. So alright, so now we're dealing with just 2 Malamars instead of a 3rd NK. So we need to hit this thing and then come up with something else. Hit this with Onyx, and then come up with some other way to draw the rest of our prize cards. So that's our game plan now. Hit this thing with Onyx, and then see where we go from there. After they knock out our Volcanium Prism Star. Hit this with Onyx, set it up. Oh, it's hard retreating, but that is not going to be a knockout with a Shadow Impact. So I'm a little curious as to why they did that. Why not just attack with the Ultra Necrozma? Now where are they going to put the... Alright, I'm just confused by this one. Now where are they putting the Shadow Impact damage? Alright, I'm just all kinds of confused now. There we go, Viridian Force from our opponent. Sure, that's fine. Get a Psychic. I actually completely forgot this was a card in play. That's going to be fine though. I'm actually just super confused at this point. I have no idea what's going on. Shadow Impact, we'll see where they put the 40 damage. Could be relevant to us at some point down the line. They put on the active, that's a KO for us, which is great. And then that means we need to get hit on a 1GX Pokemon and get a hit on a... and then clean up the Malamars at the end of the game. So they went ahead and hit their own Malamar. Probably not going to be able to abuse that, but that's fine. They're going to Viridian Forest away a Wooper, get another energy out of our deck, because we want to be top decking other stuff as soon as possible. There's 5 supporters, 1 Acrobike, 2 Stretcher for like ways to see cards. Alright, charging up. And then I'll probably attach to the Onyx. Yeah. Attach to Onyx. And I think I will put the... no, we're just going to save the Wishful Baton once again. I could Jet Geyser. No, because then he could just send up a Malamar, and that wouldn't be very good. So I think Sauna Blast is just the way to go here. 100 active. 20 on all the goons on the bench. And then we'll see what they actually knock out with the Shadow Impact. Or not knock out. If they put it here, that's the safest place for them to put it. If they put it here, then the Whale Lord will actually clean up the Tapu Lele eventually. And if they put it here, it would not knock out their own Malamar. So here is actually probably the safest place to put it as they knock out this, because we just have no more spread Pokemon. Although I was actually thinking about maybe adding a Coco to this deck. It would give us free retreat constantly, and then it would also like give us another way to spread damage to then set up for the Whale Lord's GX attack. Probably not good, but it was a thought I had. Yeah, probably not worth it. I'd have to try it out, but it doesn't seem like it'd be worth it. Here we go, Psychic recharges. I'm just probably going over to the Ultra, and then we'll see what they end up attacking with. Oh, going over to the Lele. They have already GX attacked, so Tapu Cure is not going to happen. Not that would be super relevant anyways, I don't think. Okay, so here's the big thing. They're going with the Shadow Impact. So yeah, just setting up a free retreater with the Lele. Here's the Shadow Impact. Question is, What do they hit? Yeah, they hit that. All right, that's not very good for us. All right, 3 energy. Gonna put them on this Quagsire, I think. And I think we're just gonna spit poison to knock this thing out, and we'll protect this with the Wishful Baton. And I know it's a lot of energy on this thing as well too. That we could just knock it out with Onyx. No, I think we just spit poison here. Oh, do we have 8 energy? We'd have we have 6 in play now, 7 with Psychic Recharge attached with 8. So if we get an Aqua Patch or something, we could actually just GX attack, knock out these, and set up those. Okay, so GX attack would be pretty good here too. So we still just send up the Poipole. And then if we top deck Stretcher, does that give it to us? No. So I think we're just going with the Spit Poison play still. So we go like attach here, this here, Stretcher for 1. Get the Oranguru so we can instruct for 1, which is pretty cool. Better than nothing. Instruct for 1. I don't want to Viridian Force either of these away. Charging up, and then we can actually protect this one with a Wishful Baton now, and then Spit Poison. Alright, so it's looking cool. Looking pretty good. And then yeah, Spit Poison. You're poisoned. You're knocked out. Goodbye, Giratina. There we go. And now we're building up into the Wailord GX attack pretty well here. If they bench anything else, any more Incase or anything, maybe another Gothita. Still have no idea what the potential for this card is. Can sweep up the game next turn. Oh wait, we have 4 prizes left. You know what? Never mind. Don't listen to what I said. We would have to go with we'll be able to get rid of all their Malamars and then make it so they probably can't attack us on the next turn. They can go ahead and use Giratina here if they want, which is fine with us, and then we can go ahead and do the Wailord GX attack. Knock out the Malamars, leaving them no way to knock out our Wailord on the next turn, and then Super Splash the turn after to just kind of close out the game there. It's also possible they bench like 2 more Incase, and then we just win the game next turn, which is that much better for us. But I expect them to go Giratina, Psychic Recharge, attach, retreat, knock out the Poipole with the Giratina. And then yeah, like I said, our response is going to be Wailord. We can for sure set it up because we have the Viridian Force in play, and I don't think that's going anywhere. They play 3 Viridian Forests themselves, so I think the Viridian Forest is staying in play for sure. I don't think that's going anywhere at all. Pretty sure Viridian Forest is sticking around for a while here. We'll see if they got anything anything super spicy though. I guess they could have like a, I don't know, Wondrous Labyrinth or something else. I don't think so. It's either 3, 6, 7, 8. There's at least 1 energy left in deck, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna for sure be able to attack with the Wailord GX attack next turn. Despite losing this energy, should for sure have it locked up. Go with like the bench Wailord attached to the Wishful Baton to it. We'll see what they also hit with this. Actually, they have to hit something with Giratina. So it's actually possible we do win this next turn. Because if they hit the Lele, yeah, if they hit Lele, we just win next turn. We'll see what they hit. We'll see if they're thinking about the Wailord or not. If they're not, we got it. If they are, well, then we don't. Oh no, Aqua Patch would also just win us the game. Or allow us to attack with Wailord GX. Not win us the game. Potentially win us the game. Yeah, we'll see what they got though. See what they got in store for us. Taking their time. They have set up the Giratina, so we know that's going to be their attacker this turn. Alright, there's a Guzma. Alright, going after the Oranguru. Only a little rude, but it's fine. Yeah, we'll see where they put the 40 damage from the Shadow Impact. I would imagine, I mean, the safest place is on their Giratina, but I guess we don't know. They don't know. We don't know if they know that that is also the safest place, so I guess it would be fine on their Ultra Necrozma as well for the way that the gameplay is. The way the game is breaking down, it would also be fine on. Actually, it's most safe on the Ultra Necrozma because I can KO the Giratina and both Malamars this turn now. Potentially, no, pretty much for sure. Yeah. This guy makes his way down. This goes to it. We're gonna counter catcher up the Ultra, and then play the Cynthia. 6, 7, 8. Got the water energy. There we go. Oh, and another Naganadel, even better. Treat. Another Nag. A Psychic Recharge, or charging up, not Psychic Recharge. Excuse me. And then wash out. I actually could have like forced that that energy away, and then got 2 more energy in play through both charges. So I could have had +1 energy out of the deck, +1 energy in play. So that's definitely a mistake there on my part. Should have forced away that energy. Got that going. It doesn't really matter what energy I take because we can get them all back in play next turn anyways. Actually, would not be surprised if my opponent conceded here, but maybe they got something I'm not thinking about going on. to make a comeback in this situation. We'll see here. There we go. 8 on the active, and Towering Splash GX and knock out the Malamars and the Giratina, meaning they don't have any more Psychic Recharges, which means they don't really have a way to efficiently set up an attacker on their next turn. So I think we got this one locked up. I don't think our opponent's going to be having an out to this at all, but down to be surprised. And yeah, we have everything set up to be able to... They can't like Guzma stall us either. If they go Guzma up even like Onyx, we can move 4 energy to the active, retreat it, charging up a couple back, and then wash them out all out back onto the Wailord. So yeah, I think we got this one locked up. We'll see. Maybe our opponent has something. I mean, they got Gothita in here, so that for all I know, they have something that can actually deal with the current situation. I have no idea what it would be, but when your opponent's playing Gothita, you should be always preparing for the worst. You never know what else they might be playing alongside it. They used Ferdian Force so far, and got their energy. And there's the pass, so yeah, I'm pretty sure they know nothing they can do, and Super Splash knock out the Ultra Necrozma, and we get another dub here with the Wailord Magikarp. So yeah, that's gonna do it for my video covering this deck, guys. I actually think it's pretty decent. It's definitely a lot of fun to play. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think the deck's actually pretty good overall. Give it a shot, give it a try. It has pretty good matchups across the board, I think. The Zoroark matchup is one I'm unsure as how I think it plays out. It has seemed to be pretty good so far. I think your Zapdos matchup is good for sure. Your Malamar matchup is also very good. Your fighting deck matchup is pretty good. You definitely do have some sketchy matchups, but I don't think... I'm unsure about the Zoroark one. I'm unsure if that one's like good or bad yet. I need to figure that one out. That's the matchup I need to figure out still for this deck. Is like played against it a couple times. Seemed a little sketchy, a little bit up and down for both players. When I gotta play a little more. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give the video a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out my Twitch live stream as well as links to my social medias in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and peace.